Hello, welcome to the last session. My name is Rachel and I work for the New Economics Foundation. It's been really exciting to be listening to various discussions today and workshops, and I feel like the big thing that has stood out for me actually that I wanted to open this session up with is a reflection that I really feel like over the last few years the quality of the debate and the quality of the discussion has changed and has moved on. And it feels quite good. I feel like the kinds of conversations that I've heard and been part of throughout the day have really been starting to get to some of the very crunchy topics that even 5 years ago felt difficult to get on the table. So questions of, should we be measuring productivity? And if not, what should it be? And if the mainstream is measuring productivity, what does that mean for people who are trying to go for other kinds of outcomes? And really kind of zoning in on that as a big crunch point. Topics such as, which was raised in the opening panel very eloquently about this tension between the short-term nature of the electoral cycle and actually the short-term nature of some funding cycles and the long-term, the long-term nature of vision setting and systems changing place and the tension that sort of raises. So we've got an amazing panel and not very much time, so I'm not going to take loads of time up. Basically, we're going to have time for 5 minutes from each person, after which there may be time for one round of questions. So we're just going to wrap it through. And I'm going to, so the question to the panellists essentially was along the lines of what stood out for me from today, what are the top actions you think need to be taken and how we might work together. And I think it's interesting to, I guess, orient that round a question that really has been a running theme throughout the day, which is this idea that there is this self-reinforcing cycle between mindset and where the common sense is on mindset and what we think of as normal, which feels like it is shifting. It feels like there has been an acceptance that the system as we knew it has not worked and it's time for something else. It feels quite hopeful and like there's the possibility of starting to have that conversation at mainstream level. But the self-reinforcing cycle between that and how the system is set up to run. And there is a time lag between people understanding that the system doesn't work and that system changing sufficiently to do things differently. And I feel like we're in that space now with slight cognitive dissonance. And so for me the question is how do you actually turn the ship now that everybody's agreeing we ought to turn it? So that's all from me. Let's start here and then we'll move that way.
So I was going to say that I really enjoyed the opening plenary and Carolyn Wilkins' little comments and jokes. The one about that Oldham has more pilots than the RAF, if anybody missed it, I thought it was really good. But also the definition of madness, people who think that they can do everything and change the world and people who think they can't do anything. And I think I definitely come into the first category of definition of madness, which is people who think they can make a huge difference and change the world. I like the Slido comment at the end about what we should do as a kind of strapline we could have around our new social economy. And someone came up with make economy fair again, which I liked, and then I thought about it again and I thought it sounds a bit like take back control and get Brexit done. And I thought they might have, maybe we need to rethink about the strapline that we might want for social economy, because I'm not sure that the economy has ever been thought fair to the people who have suffered from the inequalities of the economy over the years. So I think maybe something about equality and having fairness and equality should be really central to any strapline that we might decide to adopt around the social economy or our ecosystem. I particularly liked the Barcelona conversation, and I think what really struck a chord for me in that conversation was that it really started from social action and communities getting together and saying they wanted something different. And I think that's struck a chord because that's where we started as Big Life. We started with people saying that we can no longer wait for the public sector to sort itself out. We need to do it for ourselves. And I think that ethos of communities working together is something which goes right the way throughout our organisation, but which is really central to if we want to make an ecosystem of the social economy. It needs to be led by the people and by, on the ground, by people wanting to do things differently. I don't know if any of you are watching Who Killed Malcolm X on Netflix, but it is really good if you haven't watched it yet. But one of the interesting things about that is that Malcolm X spoke some really difficult truths at a time when, for black people to speak those truths in America, it may still be the same today. It was, it was suicidal. Of course, it was suicidal for him in the end. He was not suicidal, he was murdered. But actually, sometimes saying really difficult things is hard. And I think today here, what I've really enjoyed about the conversation, we're nowhere near Malcolm X, but we are having some challenging conversations, and we are talking about things that have been different and difficult between us. We have different opinions about what the ecosystem should be made up of, how it should be serviced, how it should be developed and grown. But what I've really enjoyed about the conversation, from Neil being quite provocative in the opening session to discussions throughout all of the sessions today, is that people have voiced their difference of opinion. And it's been okay to do that. And I think that will only make us stronger if we can continue to do that as a group of people who are really interested in having a different type of economy, a different way of sharing wealth in this country, and, as I started off saying, changing the world and making it a better place.